Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Guess who's here? Okay, so I have been talking for ages and ages about my good friend, Jodylynn. Jodylynn is here from Aging Naturally with Jodylynn. Y'all have seen her on this channel before. We've done loads of videos together. She is on a 26-day tour of Europe and
5 countries.
I got her to come to Ireland. I don't think she was planning on it initially, but we got her here. Yes. We have had a whole day since this morning, geeking out, skincare, lunch, running around Dublin, having a great time. Yes. And we're here to do a video, maybe 2.
Yes, I'm so excited.
So welcome! I know. So I've never had anybody here before. No, never. Yeah. You're seeing, the glamorous place.
Yes, I love it.
It's not glamorous, by the way.
It's all skincare and makeup.
It is actually, and some clothes. And there's lots of clothes all the way
I could be here all day.
So what we did is we reached out, both of you, and asked us to give us your questions. What are your questions about? And we said there's nothing off limits. It can be menopause, skincare, fashion, whatever. And we put it out on both of our channels, and this is what we have. So we are doing 2 videos. Video 1 is here on this channel right now, and video 2 is going to go onto Jodylynn's. Now, she's not going to be back for a while, so I suspect it'll be a month or so before that one gets up, but
could be earlier. We'll see.
Could it? You're going to edit on the road, are we? So guys, that's it. I'm going to hand it over to, the man behind the camera, the man who will not show his face under any circumstances.
I met him, ladies!
And now she knows what he looks like, and he's going to read the questions. And shall we go, Gary?
Okay, so you're handing over to me, Mary.
That's it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, lots of questions. Oh, have to read them all. No. Okay, so the first one is from @ThomasCrown, and it says, "Hey guys, are you still using your jowls Blacken?"
I am not, and the only reason is just because I'm consistently testing new devices and beauty devices, and I want to see what those devices can do without the jowls. So I love the jowls. I think the jowls is great, but I'm not at the moment. What about you?
I am using it. I am using it because there are some things I do in the morning and there are some things I do in the evening. And this for me is super fast. It only takes me 20 seconds, I think, in the morning because I only do it in a couple of spots. So I am still using it and I'm still seeing great results from it. My 2 primary age spots have significantly reduced. And I think the biggest surprise was I didn't know the scarring was going to go down the coloring, which was just amazing. So I do it on my nose, on my forehead, from my scars from my car accident. I love it. And yes, I still use it. And Gary's using it a little bit too.
Oh, I love that. That's great. So we're going to need a video on that.
I didn't know.
Yes.
I've been doing chemical peels, so I wanted to know what that could do without the jowls.
Yeah.
So, and I want to, and eventually what I'm going to do is do the jowls with the chemical peels to kind of see if we can maximize those results.
Look forward to that video.
Right now.
Yeah.
If you could choose 10 skincare products and only 10,
that's a lot.
What would you choose that you cannot do without? Not devices.
Okay. So I think it is a really good question. We were just talking about this, and I think that we're going to do a whole separate video on that because we would be here all day. That's 20 things that we'd be talking about. Yeah. However, who said this? Who's the one that...
Again, ThomasCrown?
No, it was Carla Harvey.
Oh, was it? Okay. Sorry, Carla.
Carla Harvey, 2623. And in fact, I know that she's pretty much watches every single video. And it's a really good question, Carla. So we are going to do a totally separate video. We'll probably do one together. So look for that down the line. Otherwise, we would be here all day.
Yeah.
But I think she has other questions.
Okay, she does. What type of work do you do outside of YouTube?
Good question.
Me? I am a teacher. By day. I'm a gifted and talented teacher. I teach 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. I've been doing that. That's my second career, actually. I was actually working for corporate America before that for 11 years. In the cell phone industry in 1993 when they first became available.
The early days.
Yeah. So, but during the day right now it is education.
I couldn't do it. She has the patience of a saint. I could barely function with 1 or 2 in my house. I certainly couldn't do 30. And I do something totally different. I work for a branding and design agency. So I work in a creative studio. I'm actually an account director. So my job is to actually bring in new business and then work very closely with clients through the creative process. YouTube is actually our hobbies. We do it at night and on the weekends. We have other day jobs that take a lot of time and a lot of energy. And I like doing a bit of both.
Yeah, me too.
Good question.
Yeah.
Again, from Carla, I don't think we've ever seen you standing up. Would you show us what you're wearing? I always love your blouses, tops, but I've never seen the entirety. I look forward to your video. Apologise as I haven't followed Jodie. Sorry, Jodylynn.
Not yet.
Not
yet.
yet. I bet you she's going to follow now.
I know.
And can I just say, this is so funny. We've only met each other today for the first time in real life. And I think that you said you knew I was short only because I've mentioned it in videos.
Yeah.
I actually thought she was going to be 5'10" or 11.
No.
She's not. She's only 5'5".
I'm like 5'5".
But see, she's got a big mouth.
I do.
And I think I can say that because I have one too. And everybody always thinks I'm going to be tall because I'm so loud. I'm only 5'1"-ish.
Yeah.
So I couldn't stand up and let you see my outfit, but I did a video recently with some clothes that I purchased on a recent trip back to the US. So I will put a clip of some of that footage here so you can see it. I'm a shorty, an absolute shorty. And I'll put a few of those outfits out here for you to see.
But a beautiful shorty. Her skin
thanks.
is beautiful, you guys. Just as it is on camera, she's
actually
beautiful.
thinking the same thing about you. Like, I don't think the camera ever really reflects reality. I think the camera and the lights make us look good, but to see in person how good your skin is totally different than seeing it on camera.
Yeah.
You know, it always looks good on camera, but it looks even better in person.
Yeah,
So
beautiful.
yeah. We have a luxury here. This is so exciting.
I know. This is so fun.
Okay, question from Rachel R621. What is the one tip or nugget of advice that each would like to share with us that someone has shared with you? Example, my mother always told me to moisturize my skin.
I remember it was a woman actually at my dentist office when I was a little girl that said, never wash your face with soap. I think I was probably 10. And I remember watching my mom every night remove her makeup with Vaseline. And that's how she removed her makeup. And she has incredible skin to this day. So I don't think I've ever used soap on my face ever. Unless it was in, you know, emergency situations when there's literally nothing around. But even since I was a little girl, I would have always used something else. And I think that probably was the one piece of information that I just, from the very youngest age, I kept with me.
That's great information. Mine was from my grandmother. She had beautiful skin. She said, always take your makeup off before bed. Do not sleep in your makeup.
Your grandmother said that.
Yeah.
That's great. I wish somebody had told me that.
I never wore SPF until I was like 47 on the face. But I always took my makeup off before I went to bed. And I always wore a moisturizer. But she didn't say anything about the moisturizer, but she said, take your makeup off.
That was smart. And you did it.
I did it.
Yeah, I'm not sure in my 20s I could have made that happen at all.
Yeah.
I don't think I started washing my face really properly until my late 30s. Really.
Yeah.
But I understand the value of it now.
Yeah.
Good
For
advice.
sure.
The next question is from Eva Jaskulska. Sorry. How can you prepare your skin for a beach holiday? How do you think you look after skin during holidays and after holidays too?
So what I have been doing for the winter months to prepare my skin for the summer is chemical peels.
And why do you say that? How does that prepare you for summer?
Because it oh my gosh, it just helps to smooth out the skin, brighten the skin. So from all of the sun damage from the summer.
Yeah.
So that's the perfect time to like do your chemical peel.
Okay.
What I do is at home chemical peels.
Yeah.
So doing them every 4 to 6 weeks in the wintertime. And I say only in the wintertime because I wouldn't do it in the summertime because your skin is going to be very sensitive.
Yeah.
And so now you've got this beautiful, and it also makes your skin really glowy. So now you got this beautiful glow, and also chemical peels, which I'm going to be doing a whole video of more of. But I always thought that they just focused on hyperpigmentation and dark spots, and they don't. It's actually, they really help with fine lines and wrinkles as well. Yes. So those pesky fine lines and wrinkles here on the neck, that's what you're going to want to do, around the mouth. But that is what, And then I stop. This is just what I just recently have realized, like within the last year. So just stop. Yeah. Around, for me, it'll be like April. Stop doing chemical peels. And then just focus on hydration and your sunscreen SPF. We should always focus on your SPF, but I don't do anything very intensive in the summer is what I'm going to do this summer. It's going to be all barrier repair. Yeah. And then I'll start that over again.
And that's what I was thinking is more around, of course, SPF. Sure, we don't have to tell you guys this, but for me, it's about hydration. And that in the summer months, I don't exfoliate as much. I just find
Yep.
my skin doesn't need as much as it does during the winter. So it's about hydration, hydration, hydration. And the same thing coming out of the summer holiday, right? And protection is the biggest thing, is making sure you don't burn. You know, that's sort of like the worst thing we can do. Burn is dead skin. You're basically killing your skin, so you're burning it. Literally.
Yeah,
Even a
literally.
tan is a burn. So it's just trying to keep your skin protected. Now, I'm not going to not get in the sun. I'm sorry. So I do get quite tan in the summer, but I just have the type of skin that tans very easily. But I try to make sure that, I mean, as Gary will tell you, I layer that stuff on all the time. I wear a hat. She's got a little hat here with her that she brought. Bless her. Like a little visor.
About 3 hats.
I think it's fantastic. So just try to protect your skin so that, you know, you're being kind to it. And lots of hydration afterwards. After
Huge. That's
suns,
so
anything
important.
that you can do to just rehydrate the skin.
Yeah.
Next question from Sean, AB1012. You both are beautiful. Aww. And enjoy following your channels.
Thank you.
Top 2 home skincare devices and skincare products aside from SPF that you would take to a desert island.
Well, that would be what I'm doing right now, literally.
You're literally
I'm
away
literally
for 26
have about
days.
so I'm really taking 2 skincare products.
Which devices?
So,
Start with devices.
yeah, start with devices. It would be the Amiro R3 Turbo, which is what I've taken on this trip. And the reason I did is because it's radio frequency paired with EMS, and it is going to do everything for the face and the under eye area. So I personally love radio frequency, and I love it for the under eye area as well, to tighten this area and to help minimize those crow's feet.
Yeah.
So that device does everything for me. So I only needed to bring one device. That's it. And it does have red light therapy. The other one would be a red light therapy device for me, but I didn't need it. I wasn't going to bring it. I mean, I'm traveling. I'm not bringing a red light therapy mask for me. So that has some red light therapy in it.
I do. But anyway, go on.
Yeah. Skincare, right now it is the Allies of Skin Peptide Daily Treatment. This one, oh my gosh, you guys, it literally has everything. It's a moisturizer, antioxidants, brighteners, peptides, everything that you need. This is what I've been using. Nothing else on the face. In the morning during this trip, because I wanted to keep it very light. In the evening, it is a retinoid paired with this. Yeah, and that varies. So it could be my tretinoin prescription based, or it could be, right now it's Youth to the People retinoid stick, and I also have a little bit of tretinoin with me because I only use tretinoin about 3 days a week.
Okay, but you brought it anyway, so you're keeping
Yeah,
it.
I brought it, yeah.
Okay, so for me, without a doubt, it's red light. I take red light everywhere. I have the Mesama Pulse Mask, and it's super thin because you can put that on top. It takes up no space. That is what I travel with. I LED every day, and the Pulse Light is just my favorite mask of all time. Number 2 isn't something that I can travel with, but if we're talking desert island, it's not actually even a device. It's my pillow. My Sleeping Glow Alla pillow. So one thing people don't realize is actually anti-aging. Sleeping on my back keeps all of these. People say, why don't you have any neck wrinkles? It's because I sleep on my back. And without that pillow, I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't really use a lot of devices on my neck, and I don't have to. So it would be my Alla pillow, without a doubt. And then when it comes to skincare,
That looks really good.
it actually does, doesn't it? I do LED. I do LED.
I don't sleep on my back because I
know,
can't.
so many people can't. And I get
can't.
that. I know. And I know. It took me a long
wish I could.
It took me a long time to train myself to do it, but I figured that's one of those great things. Thank you. So it would be my desert island. As for products,
Yeah.
it's the same. When I travel, this is all I take. Like, honestly, it has peptides, it has brighteners, I mean, it has antioxidants, it has everything in it. So
You're covered.
It's one and done. And then the other one would be a retinoid, and that just depends. I'm testing a new one right now. I don't use tretinoin. I'm not really using tretinoin. I'm on and off with it, but I have another retinoid, and that's just going to help to, rebuild the skin. So those would be the 2 things. Definitely.
Next question is from Nihad Mahmood. And hi ladies, why until now don't you want to do Botox or fillers? Do they affect your skin in the future?
Well, interestingly enough, Jodylynn and I already did a video on that exact topic. You know, would we, have we, and all that sort of stuff, or why wouldn't we? So what I will do is put a link to that down below so that you can check it out, because we've answered all those questions. And, you know, it was interesting. It was an interesting chat, actually. So we'll put that down below so you can have a look.
Next is from Dia Smiles 40. How do you know what type of moisturizer to use when first starting a skincare routine?
Well, what I would say is the most important thing you can do is find out your skin type. It's because everyone's is going to be different. Yep. So, you know, if you feel that you have oily skin, you just have to find a moisturizer that is actually made for that kind of skin. Yep. So everybody's skin is different.
Yeah,
so
there's not one.
No.
It's really going to depend. If you're just starting out, you might have to experiment.
I think you're going to have to anyway.
You're going to have to anyway, for sure. But I would always go with like something, especially if you're just getting started, something that doesn't have any fragrance. Yeah. You know, just something that is just really hydrating. Skin barrier
simple
cream.
Formulation.
Simple formulation. Just even a Neutrogena. You could even do a Neutrogena, like skin moisturizer. Anti-aging.
But depends the age. Like if you're just starting, I sort of assume you're on the younger side, and most people with younger skin tend to have oilier skin, so you don't want something that's too hydrating. It depends on the age. It depends on the age and sort of how your skin feels and what you think you're lacking. And you know what, if you don't know, go in and talk to somebody. Go into a counter, you know, of a brand that you're interested in you know, a department store. But generally you can kind of get a sense for whether or not your skin is feeling tight and taut, or whether your skin is oily, and you just look for products that are really made for that kind of skin. And it's a lot of trial and error. Like if you could see the amount of stuff I have around here, I mean, it's crazy. Yes. Just experiment.
Next question is from CID 575. Is Beauty of Josanne SPF good?
He's pronounced that correctly. I don't know how you knew that.
I've heard you say it a million times.
I suppose you have, and I'm pretty sure that's what you're using right now.
No, it's not good. It's brilliant.
It is gorgeous.
It's great.
I was like, what? I thought you were saying it's not good. I was about to punch her.
I thought I'd trick you on that one.
Jeez, I nearly had a heart attack. It is the SPF that got me into Korean SPFs. And I did not realize how good it could be. It's so inexpensive. It is beautiful on the skin. The finish is wonderful. I actually think Gary's using that right now. Aren't you, Gary? The white tube.
I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever you give me.
I know.
I couldn't tell you.
I actually have an SPF, you know, repertoire, meaning I have a huge collection. Loads and loads, but it's one I keep going back to. It is excellent. If you haven't tried it, buy it. And I think it's good for all skin types.
I really do think it is too.
Because I like hydrating formulas, but I know oily skinned people who love it. So if you're debating whether to try it or not, you can thank us later.
Yeah. And the Korean SPFs I find just to be...
They're phenomenal.
Better than a lot of American brands.
Without a doubt. And I think it's mostly what I buy now.
They got it right.
It is mostly what I buy. And they're usually affordable.
Yes.
It's madness. So buy it.
Agreed.
Next question. This is from May Rebine. And her question is, I would love help with new menopausal hair.
Oh, so tips for people. Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't have a problem with this. Like, you have this big, thick, beautiful mane. My hair...
My mom, I have to thank my mom for that.
My hair just went...
I have very thick, full hair, thankfully.
Mine went just to posh.
But your hair is beautiful. Your hair is beautiful. Mine is almost too thick. Like, just so you all know, I'm in Ireland, and it's very humid here, and my hair... Like, I'm very stressed about the hair situation. This is not usually...
It's amazing. I don't know what she's on about, but anyway.
Anyway...
The first thing I said to her is, oh my God, your hair looks amazing. The first thing she says, my hair's rigid, that's giving me such trouble. So it's really funny how the grass is always greener.
I know.
For me, and I guess it depends what you mean by that. Is it thinning hair? Is it a textural thing? I've had both problems, right? And I am in the process of trying everything. My hair routine is quite advanced, I would say. If it's thinning, buy the Calisum. The Calisum hair system is phenomenal. I've done videos. It sprouted hair where I had no hair.
My husband is using it. We've been using it now for almost 10 months. It does work.
It is an investment. It is expensive. Now, have you guys started to extend the dosages?
Yes.
So that you can do that too?
We've been actually going back and forth. So it's like extend and then not. And then, you're
so you burst it and then it is worth every penny. I actually do have a discount code. I have discount codes codes for a couple of these things, and I'll list them down below. But this system absolutely works. And if anybody asks me about hair growth and hair loss, it's the very first thing that I say.
Yeah.
If it's a textural thing, that's where things get tricky. And for me, the most important thing I did was stop washing my hair every day. Because I found that styling it and constantly just being at my hair all of the time, it just made it worse. So I now tend to shower, not I shower every day.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
I put it up in a shower cap, but I wash my hair twice a week, about like every third day. And I have found that it's just helped with, the natural oils that our hair produces is actually the best thing for it. I don't have greasy hair. I don't know how that would go if people had greasy hair. I do not use dry shampoo. I don't need it because the shit's gone dry. The other thing I do is pre-treatments. K18, if you haven't used it in the shower, it's just an amazing bond repair product. And I also do pre-treatments with like an oil. I use the OGX oil. Do you use that too?
Yeah. I use
the Moroccan oil.
Moroccan
is it?
oil.
Like you do it before you get in the shower?
No, not Moroccan. It's coconut oil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Before you shower.
OXG. Yeah.
OGX.
I put it OGX.
That's the same one.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's
maybe
exactly the same one.
I use
Or
that.
OG.
I don't know.
OGX.
Oh, XG,
And
OGX, whatever.
I do that about a half an hour before I get into the shower. And it basically
Me too.
just coats and protects the strands.
Yep.
So that when you're shampooing your hair, you're only shampooing the scalp. You don't need to clean your hair. You just need to clean your scalp to get all the oils and the sebum and all that stuff out. You don't need to do that.
Hair is actually quite complex.
It is.
Just
What this
don't
needs
think
is
about it.
not the same as
Yeah.
this, and I'm only learning that. So
Yeah.
there's also a product called a Prey. Have you heard of this? Mm-mm. Oh, coincidentally, it's right here because this is where I sit and do it. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is new for me, and I would do this. You can then put the oil over it, and this is all before you get in the shower. I get up in the morning, I spray this in my hair, every third day, and then I go down and I do my workout, and then I get in the shower. And I'm finding that these products are making such a huge difference in my hair. So the best thing, don't shower every day, don't style it every day, and I try to leave it alone as much as I can.
Yes.
And it seems to be helping. My hair is getting thicker. It's not as textural. It's a bit smoother, and God bless you is all I can say, because it's an ordeal. It's a journey, and I didn't know anything about it. And it turns out they don't tell you everything about menopause. This was one that I did not see coming.
Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully that helps.
Blowout Professor is a good guy to watch too, as far as good skin, scalp health, and styling.
Yeah, you and I picked up a lot of the same tips from him, but there are some things that I don't always agree with him either. But
yeah, agree.
But the leave-in conditioner was a big one, which I do.
Yeah, I do.
He had suggested when you get out of the shower, I always use a shampoo and a conditioner. Use a leave-in conditioner when you get out of the shower and do not rinse it out. And I think that's probably made a big difference too, because it really helps to keep the hydration and the moisture in your hair as opposed to everything getting stripped out. Yeah,
Me too.
there's another one. I have loads. You don't want to know my whole hair care routine.
You need to do a whole hair
Maybe
routine.
I do.
You
And I use LED. I use all sorts of things. I do all the stuff. Gary comes in every day. He's like, what are you doing? There's always some weird thing on my head or anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My husband too.
Yeah.
I'd never say that, Mary.
Yeah.
Okay. Final question is from T. Cameron Borzak.
Borscht. That's my buddy.
Borscht.
That's my buddy Teresa.
Oh, Borscht. Okay.
Yes.
Best treatment for jowls.
Well, first of all, she has no job.
It's funny because she thinks that she does, but we were having a conversation just about this today, actually. You would have different answers. So I'm actually going to defer.
Which is great.
Yeah, I'm going to
glad
defer
that
to you
we're
on
having this
this.
conversation.
Yeah. You go first.
Radio frequency is the best thing for jowls to tighten this area, preferably radio frequency paired with EMS. Microcurrent is not going to be enough for you
think so.
at all. And if you were to do any in-office procedures, that is what, a lot of times, depending on your expectation, what it is you're looking for, what you want, a lot of in-office, estheticians that perform those types of treatments, they're going to recommend radio frequency. So if you could do radio frequency at home and you're okay with just taking some time out, radio frequency is going to be your best bet. Now, with that being said, it really depends on if you really have jowls.
And this is
where
because I've done a few videos about radio frequency devices. I think I've done 4. One of them I'm not going to include because it had EMS with it, right? And I did find that effective. I found that tightened everything up. But I've done 3 other ones, and 2 of them just didn't have,
Right.
there were no results. The before and after, I was so deflated because
Yeah.
it can take a bit of time and time commitment of 10 minutes of doing
Yeah.
this, right? And I remember the very first video we did, this was probably 2 years ago, Carrie's like, I don't think you actually needed it to start with. And you sort of said the same
Yeah,
thing.
you
that
don't need it.
when I see your before and after photos, and we'll see if we can find them and put them
I
up.
will, yes.
I mean,
you can see the difference because my face was
dramatic.
really sagging.
I mean, it's dramatic.
Yes, yes.
But maybe I don't.
I don't think that for an
I'm not seeing
at-home
the results.
radio frequency device that you don't have.
And by the way,
those.
Teresa, I don't think you really have that problem either. I think you're like me, and you're starting to see a little bit of a shift.
Yeah, it's not going to be, and also if you are starting to see even just a little bit of shift, you would really need to use it. Gosh, for probably a good 6 months, I'd say,
before you see it.
Yeah.
Because the one thing I did find though was the device, which I don't think you can buy anymore. It was by Even Skin, but it combined the EMS. Now, electrical muscle stimulation isn't for everyone because you can feel it. It gets a bit twitchy. But when I used the device that combined the 2 of them, that's when I started to see things really tighten. Like I was really surprised at how effective it was.
The combination is.
Yeah.
That's really, yeah.
So if
and
you
the
can
Morpheus
find-
8, actually the Morpheus 8, which is an in-office procedure, which is radiofrequency combined with microneedling, which is actually, I would not suggest that for anyone to get. And let me know, ladies, if you've had it in office and if you've liked it or not, but just because it's a lot of complications. But what they have decided to do, technology as far as being advanced right now, radiofrequency paired with EMS at home is about as close as you can get with radio compared to
They're
radiofrequency.
strong.
Yeah, with microneedling.
Yeah.
And it's not as, I feel it's so much more gentle on the skin. You don't have to worry about it. At-home devices are so much more gentle on the skin.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about it's going to melt the fat. I'm telling you, it's not.
It's not.
If you go in office, yes, there's a problem. It could be. It depends on who's doing it. There's so many different parameters, what area of the skin, all of that. At-home devices, it's just going to take you longer. So that's the thing.
That's
like
okay.
if you have time, then but like
But
with
that is
Mary,
the other thing.
like,
You have
not-
to.
you gotta
have
have-
to take the time because that's
you
like.
got to take the time.
I mean, these can be 10 or 15 minutes
Yeah.
of a device, and you're moving it around. Just to warn, your arm can get a little,
Yes,
a little
depending-
heavy on the device.
depending on the device that
Yeah.
you're going to use.
I thought the Even Skin one was brilliant.
If you want something that isn't as time consuming, you're going to pay for it. That's where you are. That's where
You're
we
paying
are
for the
at.
technology.
You're
and that's
paying for the
thing.
technology.
So people often
it's going to be more
say,
expensive.
these are so expensive, but it's like, that's it.
Yeah.
The less work. So if you are willing to put in more time and energy,
Yeah.
you can get a device that is less
the new
expensive.
one, which is under 200. You can get that for
Yeah.
under 200
Which I thought
USD.
was very easy to use. Oh, no.
is.
I was thinking
No,
the
Nebula.
Nebulift.
Nebulift
The
is
I thought
pricey.
was very easy to use, actually. It was just...
It's very easy to use.
Yeah.
It's
that was
pricey
probably the
though.
easiest. Yeah.
But you got to use that one every day.
Yeah, it was a big commitment. I did it, but I didn't see the results, and that's it. And that maybe...
She doesn't need it. Trust me, I've seen her in person.
But it is funny the things that we notice as
Yeah.
we age that nobody else is going to notice.
Right.
Like to me, I'm starting to see this. I mean, it doesn't look so bad right this minute, but I swear it did a month ago. But nobody
Well,
else
then
would
see,
notice
something is
Something is
maybe
happening.
if you
I'm trying a different peptide that's specific. Anyway,
Oh,
that's a
okay.
whole
Yeah,
nother
that's
conversation.
it.
I'm testing some other stuff. I'm sure you're going to hear about soon. But
But
yeah.
for radio frequency, you really do need to give it time if you're going to go that route. Like for me, check out my video. But anyway, in the first 30 days, I actually thought my face went backwards in time. It wasn't until about 90 days that I started seeing results, and then 6 months that I was like, holy flipping cow. So yeah,
need to
you
stick with
gotta
it.
be patient. You gotta.
So T, if you want some more recommendations for which device, let me know. We'll have a chat. So is that it?
That's it.
You guys, that went fast. I have no idea how long this is. It felt to me like it was a matter of minutes. I'm sure Gary will have something totally different to say, but that was fun.
Oh, you have no problem talking.
No, we really don't.
Yeah, well,
If you could have heard us today at lunch.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, anyway.
It was great.
What a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. I hope we get to do this again. Like, I got to get you
Absolutely.
back to Ireland.
yeah, we'll figure that out.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was so great. So this is an honor. I'm so thrilled to have her here. You know, we love doing
you
all
so
this.
much
We chat
for
all the
having
time.
me.
So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for taking the time to send us your questions. I hope we answered them. If not, just please leave some comments down below. We'll both be looking at it.
Yeah.
And we want to help in any way we possibly can.
Absolutely.
So thanks again for joining today, and we'll see you at the next video. Bye. Is it on?
It's on.
I know, I just heard the traffic going by, so we can't, it'd be too hot if we closed that, wouldn't it?
You
yeah.
might die, but
We would die.
We would die.
Okay,
I
we
got
would
it.
die.
This is good.